Hello and welcome to our second part of our lecture today. In this component of the lecture, I'm going to look at another case study, and the case study is from an Austria. It's the renewable energy community in Schnippis, and its acronym is REC Schnippis in English, or EEG Schnippis in Austriac or German. So first, this is a different case study to the first one, insofar as it's a renewable energy community. This is a new type of initiative that has been developed by the European Union in recent years. And renewable energy communities can operate across the European Union, but it's important to note that the logistics of how they operate in each European Union country can differ. Both overall, energy communities are legal entities that empower citizens, small businesses, and local authorities to reduce, manage, and consume their own energy. They can cover various parts of the energy value chain, including production, distribution, supply, consumption, and aggregation. Energy communities may vary depending on their location, involved actors, and provided energy services. In energy communities, citizens can access low-cost renewable energy by taking ownership of production installations, as well as access information on how to increase energy efficiency in their households, which can help them to better control their energy bills while keeping individual investments affordable. At a local level, these communities contribute to the creation of job opportunities and enhance social cohesion through annual general assemblies and local activities. And in essence, renewable energy communities offer a platform for neo-endogenous development, where state agencies such as local municipalities or local government can join forces with the SME sector and local community groups to find new ways to produce and transmit electricity, and thereby acting as a conduit to promote local sustainable jobs, whilst also bringing communities together to maybe provide a resource required by all, that is energy. And according to the Director General for Energy, there are many different models for energy communities in existence. Three which they have specified include generation and supply. This is the supply of electricity and gas sourced from external local producers through power purchase agreements, wholesale markets, or community-owned production capacity for their customers. Secondly, there is the collective investments in production installations. In collective investments, consumers pay a fixed membership fee or a variable stake to become a member of an energy community that acts as an energy producer. Power purchase agreements are often in place within cooperative investments to cover the produced energy and related financial products, like green certification or guarantees of origin. And finally, the third type model suggested by the Director General for Energy is collective self-consumption. They link energy consumers and producers in the same area. As national regulation influences them, members' ability to sell their electricity to other community members and to make use of offsetting mechanisms of the electricity meters might change from country to country. It's important to note that in some instances, renewable energy communities may use a hybrid model of these insofar as they may combine two or more of these models together. And it's important to note as well that the legal form for energy communities can vary from country to country. Some can be set up as cooperatives, others might be set up as a business in their own right, others could be associations. So, and each country may set out its own national procedures on how these can be set up as a legal entity. And there is EU legislation and especially Directive 2018/2001, which clearly defines what a renewable energy community is. And it refers, and it states here in the slide, it is a legal entity which, in accordance with the applicable national law, is based on open and voluntary participation, is autonomous, and is effectively controlled by shareholders and members that are located in the proximity of the renewable energy projects that are owned and developed by the legal entity. So basically, renewable energy communities are local in their scope. They work within a predefined geographical area or footprint, and membership of them is voluntary, and it very much links in to the key principles of community development. Furthermore, the shareholders and members, which can be natural persons, i.e. individuals living in the community who are interested in this concept, small SMEs, small medium enterprises, or local authorities, and that includes municipalities. Furthermore, the primary purpose of this legal entity is to provide environmental, economic, or social community benefits for its shareholders or members, or for the local areas where it operates, rather than financial profits. And here we can see that the renewable energy communities are very much feeding into the concept of a social enterprise and very much rooted in the community. And so therefore, these renewable energy communities, in my opinion, are a very good example of community-owned enterprises. Energy communities can take the form of an association, a cooperative, a partnership, a non-profit organisation, or a limited liability company. And there are other formats, legal structures available, and they can vary from European country to country. Their participation structure is open and voluntary. Their main purpose is to provide environmental, economic, or social benefits for its members and the local areas in which they operate. As legal entities, they should access all suitable energy markets on a level playing field with other market actors. Because of the strict participation governance criteria, these communities benefit from additional privileges such as support schemes, capacity building, and access to financing and information. And the example which we covered in the ComEnt project, and which is very applicable for this program as well, is an energy cooperative in Schnifis, Austria. And the key aim and purpose of this organisation is the sale of privately generated electricity within the renewable energy community. And it also is a key role which this organisation plays is promoting the energy transition, the movement away from fossil-based fuels to green energy. At the moment, it's municipality staff and volunteers who are working and operating in this renewable energy community, and it's a key actor for local regional development and producing renewable energy is its main good or service which it produces. It's a relatively new organisation insofar it was established in 2020 as a pilot project, and it was one of the first RECs in the state of Wallenberg in Austria, and it started within the municipality of Schnifis, and therefore it is a very good example of an REC that is localized within a predefined geographical footprint. This REC started with 23 members, made up of 18 households, a dairy farm, the municipality, 2 SMEs, and a local dairy cooperative. Electricity is produced with individual household photovoltaic systems and a community photovoltaic system built with the participation of citizens and through a biogas plant that converts whey and liquid manure from agriculture into electricity. So this REC is producing its own electricity from solar and from biogas. The combination of the biogas system with the solar system offers the advantage that the biogas system can stay in at night and in bad weather when the photovoltaic systems are not generating electricity. So therefore it's coming up with a strategy that allows renewable energy to be created continuously. There's a very interesting structure here of the renewable energy community. At its core, its key stakeholders is the board of directors, and it interacts and engages directly with consumers and producers. So therefore, it has a number of key actors who sit on the board, and these include public entities, such as with the municipality being at the core, and the state administration in Wallenberg, and an energy institute, and these are the state actors. Then there's also national entities who they engage with as well, so such as the Climate and Energy Fund and the Coordination Office for Energy Communities. These offer guidance on the establishment and offer supports for the funding of such initiatives. Also as well, they engage with various different organizations for research and advice, including FHV, who is the regional university in Wallenberg, and it also engages directly with energy companies and services. So therefore, it has a wide range of actors and stakeholders who it has to engage with, and has to foster good relationships with these organizations in order for this scheme to be successful. This renewable energy community enables a new type of cooperation between the municipality, citizens, companies, and agriculture. The REC enables sector coupling between agriculture and the energy sector, thereby increasing regional resilience. And this concept of a renewable energy community can be replicated across the European Union, and it is being promoted by the European Union. In 2021, this REC was the winner of the Energy Globe Austria in this category Sustainable Community. In addition, REC Schnifis is one of the 4 flagship projects highlighted by the Austrian Coordination Office for Energy Communities. This REC has thus already become a model of best practice and an example of a very good example of bringing communities together to provide and to produce their own electricity. The REC has certain economic advantages by law for its operation in the form of tax and duty benefits. RECs benefit from a reduced electricity grid fee. They are exempt from the obligation to pay green electricity subsidy and the green electricity subsidy flat rate. This theoretically allows the REC to trade electricity among its members at a price cheaper than the market price. Members of the REC must agree among themselves on the price per kilowatt hour of electricity. Pricing should be transparent, democratic, and fair to producers. Normally, a REC would base its pricing on the market price and use the difference resulting from lower levies to cover its running costs, or make investments in renewable energy infrastructure, or use it for social or environmental purposes. And this very much relates, the financial structures here relate to Austria, and they can vary from country to country. It is important to acknowledge that this REC has faced very significant challenges in recent year or two because of the energy crisis and the Ukraine war. Basically, the Austrian government has provided subsidies in the general market, and it has made this REC structure somewhat unviable. But hopefully, when market conditions go back to the same again, this will be a viable venture again. What have been the key lessons learned? The REC was developed in 3 project phases, starting with a preparatory project, which led to a pilot project and the actual implementation. During the pilot, the project team looked for a simple and practical way to set up the REC and test its operations. This was done by involving the municipality as a key player in the project. The mayor of Schnippis was an enthusiastic supporter of the idea and managed to get citizens aboard. A major lesson learned, therefore, is the setting up of REC needs a local champion that is well connected and who can mobilise other citizens to participate in the idea. And as you can see from all of the case studies which have been presented to you in this week's lecture, there has always been a key champion, a local person who is driving the project. What is the future direction of the community of this community enterprise? RECs have the potential to actively involve the population in the energy transition and to make a significant contribution to the decentralization, decarbonisation, democratization, and digitalization of the energy system. In a REC, members change their role from simple energy consumers to active prosumers or producers, participating in the local energy supply. RECs can also act as a role model beyond the energy sector and serve as templates for other locally organised economic community activities. They can thus become a building block for the necessary eco-social turnaround in the economy in the future. And I've provided you here some readings that have been produced in recent years on what are energy communities, and there was a very good article produced on empowering people, the role of local energy communities in clean energy transition. And it very much sets out the importance of these initiatives in bringing about better social cohesion with respect to decarbonising our energy systems. So, in addition to this, I have uploaded a video, which is in German, about this particular energy community, and I've also provided a detailed case study written by my colleague Robert Musburger on this particular renewable energy community. I do apologize if I've pronounced any of the German words or German places, or strike places in this presentation. So the next case study which we're going to look at is the International House of the Woman, which is based in central Rome. For this presentation, you're going to hear from the owner and manager of the manager, I should say, of the International House of the Woman, and she explains quite vividly all of the various activities undertaken in that that community enterprise, and its key target group is working with women, whether they've been suffering from domestic abuse, if refugees, and so forth. It is a very strong feminist organisation, and that's a key point which I want to raise with you. And they have worked for many years in trying to empower women and doing it through a collective action. In addition to that, you will see that I've uploaded a case study produced by our colleagues in Rome, and it provides a very detailed overview of the International House of the Woman. And finally, I provided some case study short materials about the case study on the Close to You Foundation, who is a member of this project team and has participants in the certificate in community enterprise. So thank you very much for listening to this week's lecture. Thank you.